This week's video almost didn't happen because the picture I wanted to talk about, I could not find it. It was in a card that was corrupted, but I knew I'd rescued those images. This week, as you can see from the title, I'm going to talk about motherhood and postnatal depression. I wasn't too sure if I wanted to talk about this, but I'm sure maybe by doing so I might be helping somebody out there. So this week's picture is this one. It's a picture of me and Khai. Khai was this was actually taken 8 years ago. Khai just turned 8 the other day. Happy birthday, Khai! And yay me! I've survived 8 years. A mom that I know who's in Kenya, Shiko Nguru, she actually has a vlog. It's called The Green Calabash. Please go and check it out. And in her Insta stories a while back, she was actually sipping a glass of wine, and she was like, "Woo, yay to me! 8 years being a mom." And I was like, that's interesting. We tend to celebrate our kids' birthdays, but we forget about ourselves. Like, yeah, yay to us parents. We've survived this long being parents. We should be celebrating us as well. So thank you for that, Shiko. The reason I'm bringing up this picture, the reason I want to talk about this picture, it's how tranquil Khai and I look. What the picture is not telling you is what I went through during the first few months when I had him. It was an okay pregnancy, but at birth, it was a difficult one. It was a really difficult birth with Khai. And I won't go into too much details. I just want to lead up to the photo and what it's not telling you. If I remember correctly, like I said last video, my memory, but it's bits and bobs, what I can remember. After I gave birth to Khai, I stayed in hospital for almost a week. I can't remember exactly how long, for almost a week, because my body literally like just shut down, as in had high blood pressure. At one point it was high, at one point it was low. The doctors were confused. They didn't know what was happening to me. Obviously I didn't lose a lot of blood when I gave birth to him. And yeah, they were just concerned. And even I remember at one point the doctor was asking me, where did I travel when I was pregnant? And I was like, yes, I went to Kenya. And it was like, oh, we need to rule certain things out because we don't know what's going on with you. And they just kept pumping me with meds, like painkillers and stuff. I was even transferred to a HDU unit during this time for recovery and for treatment. As all moms know, when you give birth, you want to bond with your child. You really want to be with them. And that did not happen for me. Certainly for me, it did not happen in the first instance. And bless my husband, he was there throughout. So you can imagine the bond from the beginning wasn't there. Certainly I knew. I held him when I gave birth to him. I held him and everything. But it was right after that my body just completely gave up. Literally just shut down to heal and fight whatever it was fighting at the time. Fast forward a few days later, I got better, thank God, and we were able to come home. But I think that was the end of it. And the thing that triggered also for me to do this video is because just the other day I asked my husband I just asked him, babes, do you think I suffered from postnatal depression when I had Khai? And he took a while for him to answer, and he was like, yeah, I think you did. Certainly I've spoken about it to my friends, but I don't know why I've decided to do it here. Probably it's a healing thing for me, but yeah. I can remember from the moment we came home, where I took that photo, I did not move from that sofa certainly for the first 6 weeks after coming home, because I needed to be closer to the toilet. I was aching, I was tired, I was exhausted. I looked it up on the NHS website, and I'll put a link of the postnatal depression, what to look out for and what to do. I'll put a link on the description bar below. It says like in the first couple of weeks, that's baby blues. If I quickly just have a look at it right now, yeah, it says baby blues does not last for more than 2 weeks. Anything beyond that, you are definitely suffering from postnatal depression. In my case, I was feeling frustrated, and I was feeling like I'm a first-time mom. That's kind of normal to feel a certain way. What doesn't become normal is when I remember one instance where I was so tired, I was so exhausted. Khai was crying so much, and my husband just came downstairs because he was doing a night shift. He came downstairs. I literally put Khai down, passed my husband, came straight to bed, came upstairs and straight to bed, and I did not move for literally 6 hours. I don't know, I can't remember whether I slept or not in between those 6 hours or whatever, thereabouts. But I think at one point I was just in bed, I could hear him crying and crying and crying, and my husband was beside himself, not knowing what to do. And I was like, you know what, sorry, I can't do this. I refused to leave the bed. But eventually his crying got too much. Robert did as much as he could do, but I think he just needed me to be there, and I wasn't ready to deal. Yeah, to a point where I didn't have any milk coming through to feed him and sustain him. And I remember at one point I went for a weighing session, and the health worker there just looked at Khai and said, "You need to go to A&E right now." This is what Khai at that point was 3 months, and I was like, what's wrong with my baby? As far as I'm concerned, he's fine, but I don't think he was fine. I don't think I was fine, and it took literally a stranger to point out that something is definitely not right. I thought it was normal to breastfeed a child for like 45 minutes at one go, and you're wondering why they kept waking up hungry and all the time, and I was like, it's normal. Well, I'll keep going on. And it's at that point it hit me that I can't force issues. We went to hospital. It turned out Khai was severely underweight, and I was told I'll have to bottle feed him, and I was so adamant that I didn't want to bottle feed him, but I had no choice. And yeah, and it reached a point where after that hospital visit, I just made a decision. You know what? I need to start taking care of myself, and I need to start taking care of Khai. I don't know what shifted, but I do remember for the first 3 to 4 months, things were not working out for me, and I wasn't feeling 100%. Being new parents and you don't know what's going on, because having kids does not come with a manual, as in you have to wing it, you have to wing and figure things out as you go along. And certainly between my husband and I, we were just figuring things out, and especially if you don't know, obviously if you've never experienced something before, and in this case like postnatal depression, you don't know if it's really happening to you until you start speaking to other moms, and you're like, hang on a minute, something's not right here. And I think it's the talking to other moms and other people that kind of made me realize I needed to get out more. I needed to join mom and baby groups just to talk to other parents. I just realized that you're not in it alone. Somebody might be having it harder than you, or I don't know, or they don't know they are suffering from, like in my case, I didn't know I was suffering from it. It's the more that I kept talking to other parents and my friends, and then I realized, oh, hang on a minute, actually I might have suffered from postnatal depression. I think with parenting, what you need to realize is that you cannot do it on your own. Whether you're married or single, you cannot do it on your own. You need people, a circle of friends around you who will be able to, you can be able to reach out to and talk to. Just a listening ear. Sometimes you just need somebody who you can sit down with and just have a chat. And if you don't have that, there are professionals out there who can certainly, even if it's for 5 minutes, you just go and tell them, okay, I'm not feeling this. You just want to talk, you just want to get it out there. It certainly helps. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So you have to take care of yourself first. Take care of your mental health, take care of your well-being. And yeah, I think what this picture symbolizes to me is that I was at peace with me being a new mom, that I have this human being that I have to take care of, to love unconditionally, and just be in the moment and forget about everything else. This is what I see in this picture. Like, as much as it was hard, it was a tough start. Just like this photograph, there will be moments where I'll stop and soak everything in this journey of motherhood. And yeah, I guess this is why I love this photograph so much. It kind of reminds me that I need to enjoy everything, the good, the bad, the ugly of being a mom. I need to enjoy and embrace it, because like every moment, if I'm not present to enjoy them, I will regret them. I just need to be present. I just need to appreciate everything that I've been given, and the gifts my kids give me, and the love that I receive from them. Yeah.